Garden of Hope, written by Daphne Bloom, narrated by Alex McTavish and David McNeil.
Chapter 2. Henry. My mind begins to wander, and I look out the window to the garden as a slight breeze rustles the leaves of a lemon tree I had brought back on one of my leaves from northern India several years ago. It had been little more than a stick at the time, and I am surprised and delighted that the thing finally took and began to grow new leaves after the careful tending of the estate's supremely talented gardener. I see that it has been moved from the greenhouse to the rear garden. There are some bright new lemons growing on it. I should check to see if they are ready to be picked. Some fresh lemon in my tea would not go amiss. "Henry!" "Yes, sir." "Of course, sir." My father, Darcy, Lord Pembroke, is scowling at me. "You didn't even hear what I said," he grumbles. I sigh and click my fingers, summoning Rashi, my pet squirrel, to me. From seemingly out of nowhere, the little, well, actually, he's significantly larger than English squirrels, jumps onto the back of the sofa and looks at me anxiously for a treat. I hand him a small biscuit, which Rashi takes in his little hand, and then he pounces away and perches atop the back of a wing chair to nibble at it. "That you want me to pick a wife, father," I say. "I know. You repeat it often enough." "It's the middle of the season," father barks, as he waves Rashi away from the chair and sits down. Rashi scampers away and sits in a windowsill. "If you don't find a wife this year, I wonder you won't find one at all. At least not of your own choosing. Your mother and I could always arrange something. There's never a shortage of women who would be glad to marry the son of an earl." "No," I say, moving to get up. But then I remember my blasted cane and decide against it. I shift uncomfortably, my legs stiff from disuse. "No, I don't want you to hook some girl with the promise of some grand match, only for her to find out she's betrothed to an invalid." "You're not an invalid," father says, not unkindly. "Not yet. But the doctors say that the injury to your spine could worsen. You can still walk for now. Still, father a child, but in 2 or 3 years, it might no longer be possible." I run my fingers through my hair and grunt in annoyance. "Exactly. I don't want to marry anyone in this state. It wouldn't be kind. What if a child doesn't come in time? Shall I doom some poor mother to a motherless existence?" "It might not come to that," father says. "It could go either way at this point. You could heal up, especially if you keep up with your treatments. Then all your worrying will be for nothing." "You mean stretching and massage?" I scoff. "Such silliness. It can't possibly work. Other than being relaxing, I haven't found the treatments to help my back or leg heal at all. And it has been nearly half a year since my return. I spent weeks in hospital, then more weeks bedridden. I've only been up and about under my own steam for 2 months. At first, I had diligently attended my massage sessions and did the stretches daily, but they were exhausting and painful, and I often felt worse afterward. The doctors claimed they saw some improvement, that the pain meant I was healing, but I couldn't sense a change. I only do the treatments now when under order or direct supervision, but having someone watch me struggle with even the slightest movements is horribly embarrassing." "We don't have to lie to the girl," father says, growing exasperated. "We could tell her of your challenges, and of the need to at least try and have an heir quickly. I'm sure we could find a girl amenable to the situation. It just needs to be handled delicately." The only girl who would agree to such a horrid arrangement must be money-grubbing indeed. Why is this so urgent anyway? George has a son, Timothy. Though, as soon as I said it, I knew it would bring up painful memories for father. Father glanced at the portrait of his own dear brother Austin, along with his wife and 2 children, all of whom perished at sea when travelling to visit her family in America. The death of my uncle and his children is the only reason my father is Lord Pembroke now. Father had also been a second son, and he never imagined that one day he would be the one responsible for carrying on the family name and title. "Life is terribly uncertain, my boy," father says solemnly. "I'm sorry,"